Hello, and welcome back to DROD RPG 2, Year of RPG 2025, Overcrowded Beach by Lova P48. We have another, I guess the third in a row, entry by the same person. Also, apparently, Lova P is just Pavel backwards, so... how large do you really need your level to be? Well, I would guess 16 rooms or less. I think that, or whatever the limit was on the size for the contest. Can the engine take this much? Or did I think this was a good idea? So is this going to be a thing where the rooms just have a ton of stuff in them? Okay, well, I guess it might actually just be a single room. I appreciate that some attempt was made at decorating. You're at least using lights, given that there's not really any room for anything else. I already hate this. Okay. Good start. I was just about to hit the plus button, the enemy preview button, which I just kind of do out of habit, and immediately decided not to, although at a glance there do seem to be a lot of repeated enemies here. Let's read these scrolls before we start actually making any decisions. There are two score points. Okay. 1 for defeating the goblin. 2 for killing everything. Read this scroll again after there are no monsters to be awarded the score point. Okay. Stuff is hidden under the monsters. Turn on alpha blending, it helps. Oh, I see. Okay, so it's not actually ornamental, it's informational. Does that make it better or worse? Red glows attack, green is defense, dark blue is large HP, light blue medium, white is small. Okay. Well... I guess one advantage of the new engine is that you get a top left number for damage and a bottom left number for pickups. So I can tell at a glance that anything that has a number greater than 1 in the bottom left is going to be health. Yeah, because I don't see any 3s or 10s. We are on a 1x multiplier, yeah. And then I guess just red versus green. I guess you couldn't do red and blue because you're also doing blue for health. I mean, sure. That works. Okay, I'll hit the plus button. Let's just see how many pages are this, because it's probably, like, it looks like a lot of repeated enemies. So let's actually look at it. And also just get a general view of stats. Are these all standard enemies? These might actually be standard. I don't know the standard stat line totally, but I'll be more familiar with it as we get down to these. Yeah, this looks like it could be standard. Okay, more importantly, one attack helps with a few enemies, but realistically we're only wanting to do roaches, wraithwings, and maybe roach queens. And attack doesn't actually help all that much at the moment. So... Oh, okay, and our starting stats were kind of weird because these were just for demonstration purposes, but then we wanted to actually be at 500, 2010. Okay. Okay, so I am inclined to do defense first, and it was actually only 2 enemies. I appreciate that. So, attack. Right, because I just grabbed 1 attack. Yeah, so yeah, now we are on the standard stat line. So, 1 attack makes Wraithwings cheaper. There is a Wraithwing underneath an attack, but I think then what we're going to do is we're going to go defense, attack. Okay. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to look if any of the, well, second page enemies, I don't care about the first page. What is the next thing that improves from attack? We need One attack makes spiders cheaper, but they're still pretty expensive. I don't want to fight them. I'm probably just fighting these enemies for a while. So 2 attack for queens and 4 for roaches. Also, yeah, I guess eggs could be an issue because, yeah, they will spawn. So, at this point, we're not getting attacked for a while. So I probably want to prioritize defense, which is green, not blue. But there isn't really any good defense to grab. And then these queens. Yeah, there's a lot of defense out in this way. There's a bunch of cheap stuff. The other problem is I can't really just dig in because I'm going to take so much damage trying to turn my sword to fight things. I mean, I guess I could body bump things, but even then, like if I body bump this roach queen, for example, it doesn't help me get in this direction. So if we want attack, I guess I could just dive down here to this roach queen. I will get locked in though. I can keep going. How much do I need for an egg? 24. Okay, I'm almost at a point where I can break out of eggs. I just need to be able to turn around. In fact, I just need 2 more attack. And that looks like a good attack. And I can get down to that without too much trouble. These are easy enemies. And then I have a bunch of roaches here. 2 more attack, but roaches aren't that bad. So I think what I'm going to do is that. Which allows me to sort of turn around. I can grab that attack as well. So I can now take out eggs just by bumping them, so that's no longer a concern. And that might have been the hardest part, is just getting enough stats to kill eggs. So now... let's just kill all the eggs to make the enemy list clearer. Yeah, so +1 attack for all of those still. 1 more attack makes roaches cheaper. Wraithwings aren't going to be cheaper for a while. Queens aren't going to be cheaper for a while. So I guess we could do attack, but also defense would be good. Trying to prioritize defense, so I think now I probably want to go up here. Because it looks like there's a lot of good stuff this way. Could grab that 200. Do not have enough health. Okay, but I can grab the health now. Okay. So from here... let's grab the defense and be able to turn around. Was that the best thing to do? Probably not. Well, if I do this, I can get 2 more defense pretty easily going up this way. There's a defense here, which I could just bump and then... yeah, that's just 2 roaches. So that's actually probably the cheapest defense. Just do that. I guess I can even body bump here. The defense. There are eyes here, which haven't been an issue yet, but I do see it could potentially be an issue. Like, I think you're looking north? Maybe not. You might just be looking at a wall. Actually. Okay, all of the eyes seem to be looking at walls. Well, I guess I can do this. I was considering killing some roaches to be able to turn around, but I don't need to do that. I can actually just do this. And I can stab you. And then I can go turn around again. Alright, if I get up here, that's 2 more defense. I do have to fight a roach queen in order to get to it, though. This is also pretty cheap, but I can't get around that corner. Does attack help with anything? Not really. Not unless I want to start taking on spiders. And spiders would be down to almost 100 if I got 1 more attack. So the question is there any more defense I can get at the moment? I don't think so. This is quite a bit of health, though. Alright, we will body bump for the defense. That's fine. Turn around. Get the attack. So yeah, spiders are less than 100. Less than 100 now. Yeah, now nothing is really getting cheap until I get more attack. So I think this is really just a defense-focused thing. Grab as much defense as possible to prevent as much damage as possible. Are these... Yeah, okay, the roach queens are scripted to not spawn eggs once my attack is high enough to kill an egg. Okay, I appreciate that. That's pretty nice, actually. Okay, roaches are free. Might as well. There are a few roaches buried deeper in here, but No, they're just guarding health. I mean, I guess there's attack under that one. Now, what is my next goal? 5 attack to make spiders cheaper? Or just more defense in general? I don't think there's 5 cheap attack I can get. I see a roach up here. There's a wraithwing over here, but that's guarded by nasty stuff on all sides. Well... Okay, there's another defense gem in here. That's not too bad. How do I get to it, though? I have to fight this spider, I think, to get to it. Yeah, attack down here, but you're surrounded by nasty stuff. I mean, I could start fighting spiders, I guess. If I go through this mud baby, that's not what I want to do. I want... Right, this line I'm considering, because that gets me in here with good sword angle for a few things. Well, it gets me 2 attack and 1 defense. So it's not great. I imagine this is going to be a really fun room to optimize. Good luck with that one, people. I still feel like defense is probably the way to go. But I do have a few easy attack available now. Does 2 attack? It makes antlions significantly cheaper. Well, maybe we start taking out... So I start making some decisions here. We're going to start going for spiders that have defense. Because that's just going to add up. That would be a good target, but not really a good way to get to you. I'd have to fight another spider. I mean, spider for health is doable, and then I get 2 more defense out of it, and access to a whole bunch of stuff down here, actually. Okay, I think that might be maybe not the best thing I can do. Right, because if I go for you, but then I have to fight you. Okay, I have a 2x2. I can turn around. And that gets me to you. Okay, we have a bunch of antlions now that have defense in this area. There's one over here which is a little bit tricky to get to. Okay, this is pretty good. Okay, I think it's time to get some attack now and start fighting harder enemies. So if I'm going for 2 attack, that would allow me to start taking on 2 more attack allows me to start taking on antlions. One more helps with mud babies, which I'm starting to consider as well. Well, we could do the spider here. Any other easy attack? That one requires going through a tough fight to get to it. That one's not bad if I do a single antlion, which I just made cheaper. This one also is pretty good. Yeah. Okay, we got a couple of free roaches. Relatively inexpensive roaches. Still looking at defense first, right? Because the antlions still need 10 attack. Okay, I think then we're going to go over here. Grab that. Health is getting a little bit low. There are a lot of Wraithwings I can kill for... Wraithwings and Roach Queens I can kill for small health bonuses, and even some larger ones in the area. Like, all these spiders are pretty profitable at this point. If I go this way... Yeah, I get quite a bit of health, actually, and then also some more defense. If I'm doing that, I might as well grab this defense first. Roach Queens got cheaper with 2 attack, as do spiders. Don't think that helps me. The attack, there's one under a Roach Queen. Oh, there's this Wraithwing. Okay, I think we do this Wraithwing. We can't grab this, though. Not yet. I have to clear out these 3. Still don't get through, so maybe we do this Wraithwing. And this Queen, I guess. Are probably our cheapest bets. Okay. Alright, 31 was a big checkpoint. We can now hurt eyes. And yeah, roach queens are looking really cheap. I think we're still wanting defense. Defense or attack? Well, attack helps with the Neathers, but we don't want to be fighting those. Those are still too strong. 5 for mud babies. And how many for antlions? 7. One, 2, 3, 4. I think if we prioritize attack at this point, prioritizing attack is really good because that gets us to free. Free? No, antlions won't be free, but they'll be half. Okay, that was even a health profit. This area looks pretty nasty overall. There are a few cheap enemies in here, I guess, but Neathers got cheaper in 2. Because if I go through this Neather, I can start clearing out a lot of stuff. So I guess we'll do it this way. Yeah, Neathers are now the same as... So if I do that, I have a diamond, which lets me reposition. Whoops. Okay, how many more? 2 for the antlion. That means I just hit the 5, so mud babies went down. Mud babies went down. Also only 2 for free wraithwings. Yeah, and with all of that attack, the eyes have gotten cheaper than the goblin. So eyes started going down really fast once we hit that threshold. Well, if we keep going this way... I guess we have to do that a little bit as well. Grab a defense, pretty cheap. Health is looking better. Mud babies did just get cheaper. They're only hitting us 3 times. I don't even know what to call this save point. I'm just gonna save the game. Yeah, mud babies are cheaper than antlions, so I think... because we're running out of cheap stuff. I think they're actually my cheapest target at the moment. One more? One more. for a lot of things, but most importantly, half off on antlions. Ah, and we've killed all of the roaches now. Are mud babies still the cheapest? Is there a mud baby I can kill that would open up access to something that I want? A mud baby that has an attack, I should clarify. So there's this one which has a defense. That's not bad. I think all the mud babies that have attack are just kind of out in the middle of open space. So we'll just pick one. Alright. Wraithwings are free. But only if I... Yeah, only if I actually attack them. Are there any other Wraithwings that have anything stat-wise that I care about? They all just have health. I've already killed all the ones that had something important. Alright, I guess we do this now then. I keep trying to go through that forward and it doesn't work. Okay, clearing these out does open up some more space for me. Antlions need 30 attack. Okay, I don't even know if that's happening. I wonder what the maximum amount is. 2 more attack for more spiders is definitely doable. Yeah, I don't think 30 more attack is happening. So, defense is where it's at for... Oops. For, antlions at this point. So any antlion that has defense, I should just take out. Oops, especially since I have enough health now that I'm not terribly worried about just dying. I can kind of just clear anything I want. It's just a matter of clearing them in a somewhat sensible order. Now, how about mud babies? Oh, they're page 1. 9 attack. Let's actually count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, there is 16 more attack. That means roach queens will never be free. Antlions... Well, I mean, roach queens, I guess, can be shield gems. But mud babies still need 9 more, so we can do that for sure. So I guess at this point... We're, do I really want to be doing these, or should I be taking out Neathers for the shield? Technically. Yeah, I think... Oh no, 2 more attack does make a difference on Neathers, though. Okay. Yeah, so we'll do 2 of these first. Now it's 7 more for mud babies. None of that we care about. Neither still could get cheaper, but that's going to involve a lot of fights. I think at this point, a Neither that has Well, I mean a mud baby that has defense. Honestly, probably should have done that a while ago. Yeah, let's, okay, maybe not the gray men, but are there any other defense that I've left? Maybe not the eyes. We've got a couple of neathers. Yeah, I think we just grab the defense at this point. Alright, roach queens are free. There's still a Wraithwing. That's just 50 health, I'm not too worried about it. And we took out all the Roach Queens, okay. So now for defense, the next defense is on a Gray Man. Next cheapest defense, which is 3 attack. So at this point we prioritize attack, which is just going to be Mud Babies, I guess. Because those don't get cheaper for 7. Whereas Neither is 9. What makes more of a difference? 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7. If I take out all of the Mud Babies that have attack, then I have enough attack to make Mud Babies cheaper. That's unfortunate. Still think this is the thing to do. I guess I could be looking at the stats. Well, that made eyes cheaper. Oh no, that's right. It makes... Or is that just... No, the eyes are just changing because I'm behind them now, or something. Maybe? Yeah, Gray Man is 2 more. Eye is 3 more. What attack is even left? Eye, Gray Man, Eye, Gray Man, Eye. Eye. So if I kill... There's only 2 Gray Men? If I kill 2 eyes first, how much of a difference does that even make? I'm better off having cheaper eyes than cheaper Gray Men. Okay. But they're also all fairly high defense. But defense is also only eyes and Gray Men, right? So... I'm better off just doing... I think I'm better off just doing the Gray Men first. However... Well, no, eyes are cheaper if they're from behind. So... we do 2 eyes from behind, and then do the Gray Men. Eyes from behind are still cheaper than Gray Men. But at this point, Gray Men will never get cheaper. Okay. Unless we get defense. So I think what we want to do is we want to kill... that Grey Man's an interesting one, because with the Goblin there, I can't grab it for free. Goblin does strike with back turns, yeah. We'll do that. Okay, attack only really helps with the Goblin at this point. So now we prioritize defense, which is you. Eyes are significantly cheaper than the Grey Man. So if all defense is either on an eye or a Grey Man, we do all the eyes first, and then we just grab health in between as we need it. Alright. That gives us enough health to take on you. Enough left over for a spider. I mean, I obviously have enough health just on the spiders that I can take out the goblin, but I'm going to try to take out everything. See if I optimized it well enough to do that. Alright, remaining eyes with defense. There are none. Okay. Remaining defense at all. We've got 2 Grey Men. I'm gonna need more health before I do that. Okay, do I have all of the stats that matter? Everything else is just health. It looks like there's 5 attack left, which some of it's under eyes, so that's not happening, so the attack only helps against the goblin. So at this point, since I got all the defense, I might as well just start clearing stuff. We'll do everything that's a profit first. And then we'll look at what we're at. Technically, you guys are a profit. Yeah, +7 still. Alright, do I have enough health to kill everything else in the room? It's going to depend on that goblin, how much cheaper we can get the goblin. Our goblin does get cheaper if we kill one more. Not by much. Okay, I think we did it. Oops, let's not. That's silly. Because these are almost free. Passage cleared. Okay, so obviously if I was optimizing for that score point, I could have done better. by not killing everything. But we exterminated the sands and got that score point as well. Alright. Level fully cleared. Make sure you get some space and fresh air next. Yeah. Okay, so I know it's just kind of a gimmick entry, but that sort of thing is an example of what I really do not like about these types of games. When it's just purely an abstract numbers puzzle, there's not really any presentation, there's no feeling of adventure. It's purely just compare your stats to things and look at how things are going and how you can make improvements. So I don't know, maybe optimizers will actually really love this if that's the kind of thing that they're into. But yeah, for me, I can't say I was really a fan of that one. All right, Gridlock by Nuntar. I think this is our first Nuntar entry. So we'll do that next time. I will see you then.